start it?
This is live. We're live now, yeah.
Oh.
This is episode 23.
23?
Asiatica, aka. Did I say that?
No, it's Asiatica.
No, that's according
Both
to
of you
Mark.
guys are wrong.
What the fuck? Wait.
Wrong as
All right, we're
fuck.
gonna start this over.
Asiatica?
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Asiatique. I was like,
That's the
and then
Spanish
you do it,
pronunciation.
Sorry.
It's Asiatica, yeah.
In on the way over here, I was thinking to myself, I know there's a specific way that you say it, and I was
Yeah.
like, no, it's Asiatica, and I was
I thought
like,
it- yeah.
100%.
I get Asiatica, Asiatica. That was my first time getting Asiatica.
Sorry,
So-
dude.
Asiatica.
Congrats on that one.
Say it one more time what it actually is.
Asiatica.
Asiatica. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's like okay.
Yeah.
Asiatica.
My friend who made it, she's a Spanish speaker, so she just said
Okay,
that,
okay.
and I was like, oh, okay.
So obviously that's like a play on your name, Asia, but
Yeah,
right?
yeah, literally.
Is it
yeah.
obviously it's connected, but does it mean anything?
It means Asian.
In Spanish?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
How did I not know that? How do we not know that?
I
How
don't know.
often are you referring to Asian people in Spanish?
Well, we hang out with a lot of Spanish-speaking like people and friends,
Right.
So you'd think that that would have like come up
Yeah,
in
you would
conversation,
think,
right?
but it didn't.
That
like
totally makes
I
sense.
found out that because of a salad.
Okay.
It was like
Like a
something.
Spanish- or an
it was like
Asian-style
Asiatica, yeah. And I was like, huh, what does Asiatica mean in Spanish? It means Asian. And then my friend, his laptop automatically like translates like Spanish
Like
words.
words.
Yeah.
And then so he was like, why does the page say Asian? And I go, who put that? And then I go, oh, is your laptop like translating? Because I know that Asiatica means Asian in
Yeah.
Spanish. That was not on purpose. That was
Asiatica,
not
bro.
intentional.
What the
I
fuck is
said
that?
that before I knew
Well,
what
I
it
remember
was
the first
even.
time we met you, Mark Maleka, who we love very much, was like, we're putting this artist on the bill. Her name's Asiatica. She's great.
Yeah.
And then we heard you perform, and
You must have said it on stage.
you
said,
for
like,
sure
we're
have
like,
said it on stage.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I thought it was. I don't want to keep saying the wrong version, but
No, you can say that it's there's tons of wrong versions, yeah. But they're all
Well,
correct.
okay. Well, Asiatica,
Asiatica.
thank you for joining us.
I can't believe I said that. I'm like really embarrassed.
You were so close. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I was like, oh.
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, what you've been up to today? You were at CSUN recording a sundial.
Yeah, for
Session?
the sunset session.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is it called sundial or sun session?
Well, it's for the sundial, but they call
Okay,
it like the
that's
sunset, sessions. Yeah.
You were in that like that office space
Yeah.
that's like got the green tile. It looks
Yeah.
it kind of for me feels like you stepped into like the offices of the FBI in like 1964.
Yeah, I
know
was
what I
like,
mean?
this is a pretty interesting spot. It's not what I expected, but
Yeah.
Interesting vibe.
I was like, well, we're still just gonna do it and just have a good time with it.
Yeah.
I think because my main thing is like I want to continue to perform because if I don't do it, I'll be really fucking rusty. And I was
it
really
is.
rusty tonight, eyes closed, not looking at the camera. One, I didn't even know which camera to look at.
Neither do we.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
had a
was,
couple
weeks ago,
clue.
it's like-
I don't even care about that shit. I just feel like it's important to just focus on the performance, and you're just performing for like an audience and not the camera.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That is true. But I wanted to, I grew up acting, and I grew up acting in front of a camera and
Really?
doing theater. Yeah.
We're gonna
I'm
get into that in
an
a second.
actor first and foremost.
Really?
Well, and then it went to music. Yeah.
Did you perform? Do you have like new stuff that you're performing now, or is it
Yeah.
kind of your old tunes?
One old tune.
Okay, cool.
One old tune.
Which one?
Perhaps.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
One-
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, that's the one. We like dropped All Right, and we dropped the old songs for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would
Well,
just
it
be
just
doing
like gets
new
stale.
one.
Not like that your music is stale.
No,
but you don't wanna
I
keep playing.
totally understand it, but
Yeah.
understand that like I wasn't gonna be like, "Oh, my shit's still. or-
Oh, how dare you?
No, it's just that the band, like I guess like my how do I even? I don't even know. I guess my arrangements were weird, and they would always mess up on it. And they're just like, "Well, we'll make new stuff, and we don't have to perform this anymore." But then it was my family members that were just like, "How come you don't perform the old stuff?" Because
Yeah.
I come there and I want to sing all right, like I want to do this.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's the fan favorite.
That
right?
is a fan favorite.
Yeah.
That's like for years since it's been out, been like my top played song. As of recently, like Sigh Nevermind has like been like had surpassed it, but like by like a lot. It was like I was like, I don't know what the algorithms do.
I was just listening. It's at like 158,000 right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was listening to you on the way over here to get the mindset, but no, it's good. It's nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that is really. No, thank you. It's pretty. That is pretty nice. I love that song.
Yeah, no, beautiful. All your music is beautiful, I think.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, when I don't know if you told me if it was like on the messages or something when you said you're like doing the sundial thing at CSUN, I thought you literally meant like a sundial like object. And
like they had like
and it was like a solstice event. Yeah. Yeah.
The fall equinox or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be so much cooler.
I know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, that sounds interesting because those like sundials are interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
do we feel that they're very accurate?
Of course.
That's probably the most accurate form of time, right?
Probably. I was like, but then I started thinking of clouds, and I was like, wait.
Okay, yeah, cloudy days gonna be hard.
And then the fact that
nighttime?
Other things bend light. Oh, if it's nighttime, it's nighttime. That's the time.
But then you get yeah. It's just nighttime for nighttime, and then when the sun comes up, time starts.
I was talking to my friend about which way is like east, west, and like all those things.
I've gotten good at that.
I only know how to do it in the daytime. At night, I'm fucked.
Well, if you actively are thinking about it enough during the daytime, don't you think that like you would be able to figure it out during the?
I only know it because of the position of the sun. Yeah. I remember watching The Game, and this was like I don't think you guys have watched The Game. I'm gonna say The Game.
Is that the game where you think about the game?
No.
Like I watch. Just lost the game.
There was a show called The Game.
Okay.
On BET. That's why I'm like, y'all didn't watch The Game.
Okay.
I've heard of it. Do you want to do a little clap so that we can?
Yeah. I didn't even do that in the beginning. So.
Oh, I thought we were all gonna clap. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're good. You're very excited.
I was like,
I mean, please, if you want to clap, don't let me stop you from clapping.
No, I'm not going to clap anymore. You already did it. It's okay. I'm joking.
It's done.
But on The Game, and it was just like this drama show on BET. Like, it was just very dramatic. I was like young, maybe like less than 11 years old.
So it's an older show.
Very old.
Okay.
It had like one of Tia or Tamara, I think it was Tia Mowry on there.
Yeah.
And a whole bunch of other people who got famous from being on The Game.
Okay.
But I remember, so it's about like football players and like their wives and things like that.
Okay.
Like, so just like the life of like.
Oh, it's not a reality show?
No, it's not. It's not.
Oh, for sure. Wait. Tia and Tamara, like sister?
Yeah, them. Only one of them was on there.
That was after that?
That was way after.
Oh, and then they got more famous from that?
I would say that's why I'm saying. Oh, I think it was Tia Mowry on the show, and then the rest of them the rest of the cast got famous.
Oh, for sure,
yeah,
for sure.
I didn't know who the rest of the cast was. I don't know. I'm so sorry about that.
No.
But it was a good show. It was like iconic. And my little self was like watching it and be like, damn, I can't believe Jason did that shit.
Like relate to it so much.
Yeah, but I couldn't. Like, I just didn't understand. And I was gonna name drop someone else who I thought was on it, but that's definitely not her. And I was gonna say the wrong actress. Anyway, but they had like the football players guest starred on a show. Yeah. And then I remember it because I remember the position of the sun because of this like kid show that they reenacted on there. And it was like, it was supposed to be the Muppets or something like that the football players like guest starred in as like a thing. And then they go,
so this is like a very much a childhood memory.
No, yeah, absolutely. Because I remembered, I was like, I gotta remember that because I need to know what direction. I was always really bad at directions.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's not easy. Yeah.
I still don't have it down packed, even though I drive and I have to go places, even in my own neighborhood. I will turn on that GPS. I will turn on that GPS.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it's not really crazy to have a hard time with north, south, east, west during nighttime because usually you have like landmarks during the day. Like you have like in the valley, you have like mountains. Like if you see these mountains over here, that's north.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or if like
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's what that's like if you're like in the valley and you see like the Hollywood Hills, like that's south. Like that's kind of how I think about it. But if it's at nighttime, I think it is a little bit harder to like 100%. Know where you're at.
I just go based off the sun.
Yeah.
Because the song that they sang was "The sun rise in the east and sets in the west. Stand up for your rights. Stand up for your lefts."
So good.
And so every time I would be like, I know which way west is.
So you're in the car like, stand up.
Yeah, no, I would be like just west.
That's why you got to learn to use the stars as a map.
But they don't show.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to know.
They don't show.
I don't understand really either, because I feel like I'm gonna make myself look like a fool, but that's okay.
It's okay.
I mean, as the night goes on, everything rotates, right? So
yeah.
It's like
I like when we were in Yosemite this last time, it really started to click for me, because I was like, if you look at the sky every night and you see that, like it does move, you're right, but relative to like the movement, it all stays in the same spot. So you can kind of like begin to realize like where, and I could be completely full of shit, but I think I like can imagine that you would start to get a handle on like direction and stuff based on the stars, because the stars don't move. Like we're the ones that are moving.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm like, I can't deny or confirm what you just said, man.
And I think we only move, like, I think the movement has to do like within a 24-hour thing, right?
Our STEM listeners are
Dude, if Neil deGrasse Tyson is listening to this, he's gonna have an aneurysm.
He's like fucking swells or
hate these
fucking
fucking
cunts.
How do you not know about the galaxy you live in?
Yeah. The North Star is actually, I've always had a hard time finding it.
Because I'm not a fucking virgin, Neil.
Got him.
I think he has a wife.
Or you think Neil deGrasse Tyson isn't getting like maximum pussy?
Like,
For sure.
Neil pipes, bro.
I'd fuck Neil deGrasse Tyson because he'll know every which way around. Like,
yeah.
More than I know. It's like, go ahead, Neil.
You're like, how did you know that?
The clitoris.
There was just a new Key and Peele skit where they did like, did you see that?
New?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty new. Yeah. Where
I thought
Jordan Peele
are they back?
Yeah, they're back.
Key and Peele's back?
Yeah.
What?
I've seen clips on YouTube recently that I've like never, and I used to watch like every one.
Yeah.
And I've seen ones
like,
on YouTube
do they
recently.
look older?
They look kind of the same. They look good, I think.
Wait.
I don't think Key and Peele's back.
Oh, there's an animal.
Maybe.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know why that scared me. I know that there's a cat. I've been jumpy as fuck
Should I look
recently.
it up?
It's the coffee, maybe. I'm joking.
No, it's not. I'm gonna
see if Key and Peele has new stuff.
Check the year.
So Hannah and I just moved into an apartment together, and I've just been so jumpy.
How long have you guys been together?
7 years.
Yeah, so it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But I've just been so jumpy recently. I've been just like really tired and like off. But I thought she like walked into the kitchen. Our place is kind of circular, so like the way it's set up is like you walk in, there's the living room on your left, kitchen on the right. Like if you walk straight is our bedroom, and then there's a hallway that connects everything else.
Okay.
So like I walk into like I see her walk from the bathroom into the kitchen, and I walk into the bathroom, and like you can't really see into the bathroom unless you open the door, obviously. But yeah, the way it is, you have to like open it fully. And I walk in there, she's in there at the sink, and I literally went, I'm just such a little baby. I don't know what's going on. Do you ever have like those times where you just get really jumpy? Like randomly?
I'm jumpy all the time.
Are you?
All the time. It's bad.
Why?
Like,
what do you think
my nerves are bad. Oh, I have a panic disorder. I'm on medication for it. But like a lot of people just didn't know like these things were going through my head. But every place I'd be at, it'd be like, oh, someone's about to shoot me right now. Like I'm about to get stabbed, or I'm about to get hate crimed, or like that was like constantly just running through my mind all the time.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of how it looked out on the outside. So like, and it's chilled out. Like I'm on medication now.
Yeah, and it helps.
Yeah, no, and I was like, and I just that was the only way I knew how to live, right? And then so
you're constantly in survival mode.
Yeah, it's awful. And I didn't know any other way. I didn't know any other way until I got on medication. And then I was like, I'm outside at night. I'm outside at night right now, and I'm not looking behind my shoulder, and I'm not worried about the cars passing. I will always think there's a drive-by about to happen right now. Yeah, but I'm
Bro,
like,
that's
cool
not
now.
a way to be.
It's
and well,
not,
you grew up in Compton,
like,
right? So
yeah,
I mean, that's
I
not like
did.
it's like. I mean, maybe I'm tripping because I haven't spent a lot of time there. But is it kind of like it's not as safe? I mean, is it not as safe as people say it is?
It used to
It's
not
as
be
bad now, right?
No, it's great now. Like I walk my
Okay.
dog. I walk me and Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
us. Like it's cool. But yeah, it used to not be. And I want to say that like, but I didn't think twice about it. It was just like you know, you hear pew pew pew, you get on the floor. That's just how the way life. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
You didn't know any different.
Yeah, I
wow.
remember playing this game in the jumper, like with my cousins and things like that. It was called Drive By. And every time we saw headlights go by, we had to jump. And it was fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
we were
that's
like,
fucked
but then
up.
looking back at it, I was like,
That's
fuck.
deeply troubled.
No,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And there was another time, like, this is how I realized, like, oh, I'm fucked. Where it was recently this year where I go, flowers don't smell like funerals.
Oh.
Funerals
Jeez.
smell like flowers. And because every time I smell a flower, I'm like, oh, this smells like funeral. And I go, fuck. And I go like, fuck. Like, that's fucked up. But now,
Yeah.
like, with the medication,
Jesus Christ.
I know.
That was,
man.
That's
That's
It's fucked up.
traumatizing.
Dude.
It seems.
I
like.
know.
Yeah,
that's the type of sentence that I hear that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm privileged as fuck.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's some fuck shit.
Yeah, no, I'm still learning. I had to like smell this flower and be like, it doesn't smell like a funeral. It smells like how a flower smells.
Like a flower, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
like oh, this is actually a
Yeah.
beautiful like symbol of
Yeah.
growth.
Yeah.
And, like God,
Yeah.
I'm really sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's because as
wretched.
As traumatizing as it is, it's more like you know, it's normal. It's like me being like, you know, you telling me you have a thumb. It's like you just have a fucking thumb. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing special about this fucking thumb. It does what it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it was just like completely normal. But now I think, but my nerves are bad, even with the medication still. And I'm easily startled, especially if I'm in a zone and someone just appears in my peripheral.
Yeah.
I do MMA now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no.
tight.
What
no.
specifically? Like jujitsu or?
Not right now. I did jujitsu last year,
Uh-huh.
and then I had to stop for a year because that gym is fucking expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah.
That shit is
but I'm
really
doing like Muay Thai and Krav. And,
Yeah,
like,
Muay Thai's
boxing.
great.
Muay Thai's awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome.
That's fucking sweet.
But I was doing like, you know, I was working the bag and like the trainer, you know, he walks around the room, but he's a big guy, but he's silent. And I'm in my zone, like just zoned out and like doing the combos like correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he appears in my peripheral vision. I'm not seeing him because I'm in the fucking, I'm in the zone.
You're locked
Yeah.
in.
And then he goes, do this. And I go, ah! And then everyone starts laughing.
Shock him
He
out.
starts dying laughing. Because I straight up yelled in his face because he got me like that startled.
Yeah.
If I'm just chilling,
Oh,
someone,
you yelled at him after the fact?
no,
Or
I
like,
yelled.
Oh, you just screamed
I
because you were
screamed
startled.
like, yeah, and that
I got
was
you.
like, fuck. And I was like, my bad. And then if someone taps me on the shoulder, it's like, ah. You know, it's that bad. If someone calls my name, it's like, ah. Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Well,
that's how bad I am.
So when did like obvious? Well, do you think that was something that you had been experiencing like forever? Do you think it's that you're like it's more of like a neurological thing, like that you've been experiencing forever? Or do you think like that it's something that you've noticed more like semi recently?
Oh, like being startled as fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been, oh shit. It's been semi recently. I think it's just like, because I still have the panic disorder underneath the medication, but
Yeah.
I think like it, you know, changed into, this is just how it's manifesting at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you notice a difference, like the medication helps.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
good. Yeah.
I can go outside.
Yeah.
I can live my life.
Yeah.
I go outside like, oh, it's a wonderful day.
Yeah, it's
Instead
beautiful.
of being like, fuck today, you know?
Yeah.
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 Are you?
it's-
So you graduated from school? Did you go to school or not? You just.
Oh, I just stopped going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, I was literally telling the guys at CSUN like I remember the day that I stopped going. It was the day that I finally decided to go to this class, and we were like 2 weeks into the semester.
Oh.
I was going to all the other classes I was in, but except this one class, I don't know why. And then this is the day I decide to show up. 1, I show up late. 2, I get in there, and I'm like, oh, you know, la-di-da-di. And everyone has a Scantron on their desk. And I go, and I'm sitting there and I go, wait. And I'm thinking this out loud. I go, wait, what the fuck? And then I get out and like I leave and I left forever.
Yeah.
Where were you going?
I went to Humboldt State my first semester. And then
Where's Humboldt again?
It's up north. It's Northern California, like really close to Oregon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Humboldt the first semester. Didn't have a good time. I was on academic probation. And I know if I would have stayed in college, I would have just gotten into so much shit because I did in that one semester. People are like, how long were you at school? When I tell them the stories. And I was like, just one semester. They're like, you did all that shit in one semester. Damn. And it's not like I was being wild. I was just being young and like very like, I'm malleable, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like, I would just be doing that. I'd be doing this. I joined this club. I did this one, and then I'd be at this party and this one. Hitchhiking was like a big thing there.
Really?
And so I did get into a random dude's car.
It was a big thing there.
Yeah, no, like hitchhiking is like a huge thing up north.
To this day?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
So I would get into a lot of random people's cars because I needed a ride.
Yeah.
But that year, a lot of people were going missing, and I just be there by myself, like with
your fucking.
I lived with my Beats headphones
disorder.
On. Well, I guess it didn't manifest until later. Like I knew it was there, right? But I guess it didn't like come to a head until like, okay, this definitely needs to change.
Yeah.
But like I would be ignoring it. I'd have my headphones in, not paying attention to my surroundings. People were getting kidnapped this year. They made an assembly about it. They were like buddy system, and not just one person. 3 people that bitch.
Yeah.
Like.
They're like, for the love of God, please stop getting into random people's cars.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, yeah, whatever. We need some weed. You couldn't get it. I was like 18. So I remember I met this random dude. He was 50. His name was, what was his name? It was a good name. Pretty solid dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he had like, every homeless person you meet had so much weed on them because they sold it, but they were homeless.
Yeah.
I met this dude.
How are they getting weed?
I don't fucking know, man. Well, I mean, it's humble. Everyone has weed. I remember I had like joined a band out there.
Yeah.
And the place that we rehearsed at, like it was someone's house, but they would move all the weed from like Humboldt to Ohio, like in big trash bags. Humboldt's like a weed place.
For sure, that's where they grow it all.
That's like the prime place. But that's how people were going missing because when college kids need extra money, they trim. And then when they don't need them anymore, they sex traffic them.
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard something like, or I watched a documentary on something like that.
It's like something mountain. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that. That's kind of like where it rings a bell. So, like, being that you're like on the path of music, is there anything that you would want to, like, anything else you would want to do in life that you were going to school for, or like any like?
I was going for biology.
Really?
Yeah.
So biology interests you?
I'm like really good at science.
Really?
Very.
How come you don't know about the stars?
I didn't get that far in my education. I stopped going.
That was the next semester.
Astronomy. Astrology.
Yeah.
Astrology.
Is it astrology?
Astronomy. Astrology is
the science.
And then there's cosmology. That's the study of the cosmos.
Okay, that's like way out there.
No, that's Fairly Odd Parents.
I love that guy.
I love that guy.
So did you
kind
enjoy
of have like a Cosmo Wanda thing going on? Your shirt's green, you got Wanda
and then pink hair.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I keep forgetting my hair is pink, man.
I had pink short hair like that in 2021.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I had a job interview for this like driving school, and I was like, I can't be looking like Flea in this interview, so I dyed it blonde.
Not? I can't argue. I looked so well put together for my interview at my current job. I work at Guitar Center, dude.
Oh, really? Which one?
The one it's down South Bay where I'm at. It's on Lawndale.
South Bay is far as fuck, bro.
Yeah, man. That's why I'm not up here ever.
Yeah. So do you have like shows coming up, or like are you like how back in the music are you?
Like we're like full swing right now. Well, like sometimes we'll go in full swing and then we'll go like dormant and then full swing, dormant and then full swing.
It's hard to stay on, honestly.
It is right now, yeah. But our next show is the 18th. We are doing a show with this one band that we met, which they're freaking awesome.
Who's that?
Jacqueline Rowe. Have you heard?
No.
It's a band or a person?
a band.
Oh, okay, I like that.
Yeah, it's Jackie and Kaylin. And I don't know who Roe is. But Jacqueline Rowe, they're this band that we performed at this at the Continental Room together.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like I'm having a good time just watching you guys. And I'm like, wow. And you know, when you see bands like that, you're just like, damn, like that's awesome, you know?
To it, yeah.
And so we were like, yeah, we need to do another show together. And they are releasing something soon. And so for their release show, they're like, oh, well, let's get you guys on there. So the 18th
of
November.
Okay, cool. Where's that at?
I should know.
It'll be on your social media or something.
It will be on my social media.
Go to the show November 18th.
Oh, I hate that I'm not so like well informed about things. Like I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
To do my best.
It's really, I feel like it, like even just like basic shit like that, like just keeping on top of dates and like times and places.
And I don't even know how long our set is supposed to be. Fuck, this is a mistake. I'm gonna ask these questions soon.
No, don't feel stressed
you know what?
out.
You should just go in completely blind, and that'll make the show that much more exciting.
Rehearse.
I've done that so many times. I've done it so many times. I feel like as I'm getting older, I want to be a little more organized.
Yeah.
That's why now we print out our set lists and we rehearse a lot more. Like, we stopped cramming. I'm like, okay, guys.
Cramming sucks for a gig.
Yeah.
We used to do that. That was basically our like modus operandi.
Right.
Was that, like if we had a show, we would just like try our very best like the week of the show to just cram in like 3 rehearsals.
At least 2 weeks. 2 weeks will get you solid.
Yeah, 2 weeks is super.
A couple times a week. Like if you do 4, if you do like 4 rehearsals before a show, that's like good.
Yeah, that's usually
like,
pretty solid. We try these days. We just try to meet up regardless of whether or not
every week, pretty much.
Yeah. Right. With us, we meet a lot. Not for performances, but we make music together. So we try to meet every week so we can make some shit or finish some shit,
That's tight. Yeah. That's like important, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you guys do you have a set band, like a Ross lineup, or is it kind of different people every time?
For Asiatica?
Yeah.
Oh, set people.
So now you have, is your guitar player named Brooke?
Oh, she's not in the band anymore.
Oh, she's not in the band anymore. Okay.
Oh, you gotta cut that out. I'm joking. No. We're on good terms, but she's not in the band anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's best for people to move on and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, no, it's man, being in a band is so dramatic, bro.
We've had 5-6 drummers.
Yeah,
no, drummers.
Always the drummers.
We're on one right now. We're like, we don't have a drummer right now for that, that reason. But like,
yeah, honestly, if you haven't played with a drum machine, then like just stick to that. Cause
I can't. Yeah, like your music is too dynamic for that. That's the problem.
Yeah, we were like, so we had the sundial thing today.
Yeah,
and we didn't rehearse for it until yesterday.
That's all right.
But it wasn't. It was songs that we already knew, and it was fine. We ended up doing okay. Pretty much one took that bitch.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much one took that bitch.
I'm gonna start saying that.
I was like so upset when I was like, stop. Let's redo that. Because I was like, I so planned on one taking it. But
yeah.
And we struggled so much just like trying to stay on tempo with each other because we're all like musicians and then they're like specifically like jazz musicians. So they always want to go off because they expect someone else to be holding it down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you have to hold it down right now.
Yeah.
And we had to like, we don't have the freedom to do that.
What was the lineup for this today?
It was just me.
Yeah.
My keyboard, Stefan.
Yeah.
That's his name. The keyboard itself, the instrument. I'm joking. No, the guy that plays keyboard, his name is Stefan. And then Nigel on bass. Nigel goes to CSUN. So we were just at CSUN all day.
Nigel, what's his last name?
Fregoso.
Okay. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
He lives out here, so he's around.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
everywhere.
CSUN
music people. I mean, I feel like I just like have heard all those names. But that's tight.
Yeah.
Well, how is the bass player? I mean, does Nigel keep it?
Nigel keeps it tight. Yeah. But even he wants to like go off and things like that, and I have to be like, okay.
You're like, bro, you got it.
I'm like, you got it. I'm like, you guys got to kind of keep it steady for now. Like as simple as we can possibly have this set right now, because it was supposed to be like a very broken down acoustic set since we don't have a drummer right now. and we're gonna figure it out by the 18th because I know way too many drummers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, somebody gonna do
You'll
it.
find
That's a
somebody.
good fucking problem to have.
Yeah. Well, I work at Guitar Center, so
This is true.
I know everybody that, that bitch. And I tell musicians like, hey, my discount goes crazy.
Yeah, true.
You like, I paid so an $80 Mogami chord, $30.
Damn.
Nice. That'll
With
get
that
someone to join a band. You know?
I like I tell everyone that because I can't believe the markup on like the accessories and shit like that.
Everything. Like guitars, like music products.
Yeah.
Guitars or keyboards, drums, the markup of like the cost of what it makes like to what it takes to make the thing versus it's usually like like 300 to 400% markup.
Right.
If that.
And
it's
so I tell, and sometimes I get things for free, like especially things that are like $2 or, you know, like those small things like moon gels, like, you know, things like that, you know, things that we would need.
Yeah.
And I just go to my boss, can you zero this out, please?
Nice.
Or can you 90 this out, please?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then, you know, I got a bass. It was a Fender Aerodyne. Beautiful.
Fender
jazz
Aerodyne?
bass.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that. It's a jazz. It's like a type of jazz bass.
Yes, it's type of jazz bass.
Okay.
Jazz bass made in Japan.
Nice.
What color?
Black with like cream lining, like
like the binding.
It's so beautiful. Yeah. It's so beautiful. The neck is like an upright bass neck, like how it's thin up here and then it just flattens out.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like, this is mine.
Yeah.
But original price was like $850. I got it for like $500.
Let's go. So that's a pretty good discount.
Yeah, that is
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
dude,
so I'm always like,
to hit you up.
Yeah, I'm like, don't pay full price for nothing no more.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, fuck that shit.
Yeah. It's because I think it's just like highway robbery. I know that like the company isn't like having too good of a time, but the way that they're like overworking their employees because of that, like they do not have the employees' best interests at heart. So we're just like, fuck it.
I'm surprised. Like that, they did like the most half-assed rebrand Guitar Center.
Did they?
Yeah, they did this thing where I don't know what it is now, but there was like where it was just spelled out like Guitar Center with the G. But do you remember it was like the acoustic guitar was the G?
Yeah.
It was that for a while, and then I think they switched it to the G, and then I think they switched it back to the acoustic guitar. You know?
Weird.
I mean, well, it's always been like my Guitar Center is like the oldest one. One of the oldest.
Really?
Yeah.
Is
so
it
it's always
was
been,
it based in California?
I don't know. I have no clue.
You don't have to know the history of.
Oh yeah, because I'm like,
at.
so here's the people that
Yeah,
run
it's like
it.
founded by Jim Guitar in 1964.
I wish they did make us learn that kind of stuff so it could be a little culty.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
It'd be really fun.
If
I could really just recite the whole history of things right here, right now.
Some companies like want you to know.
Yeah,
they want you to know exactly like the history of the place.
It's
you're working
so
at.
lax though. Like when I first started working there, I couldn't believe. I was like, so you're just gonna take a shot right now.
They do that there?
No, not anymore because of not anymore. But when I first got there, that was how it was. Yeah, because
a shot. Like
that we worked right next to a liquor store, so I'd walk to the liquor store because I wanted a Red Bull or like I needed some chips because I needed to finish my shift.
And I'd be like, "Yo, Asia, can you get me a Casamigos?"
Yeah. No, I would just see them go. All right.
That's dope.
And I'd be like,
that's rock and roll, dude.
Yeah, it is rock and roll. It was very on brand, but I was like, I can't believe you guys.
Yeah.
I want to start like making bad decisions like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't work there no more.
Yeah, I could.
But it's not. But it's not because of that. It's because of. Well, yeah, it's not because of that. It's because.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it's because of the company. In the shitter, man.
Had to like cut people out.
The fat.
Yeah, they did, but it was like. You're not. You're trimming lean meat right now. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, you're not trimming the fat at all. Yeah. Like they, a lot of my faves, they fired, and then
I'm surprised you didn't get fired.
Well, I work in the lessons department, so they weren't, and I'm a diversity hire. They're not firing me.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna be like, yo, that's racist.
Yeah.
I'm like, HR, the first person of
Damn, that's crazy.
And yeah, no, I literally am a diversity hire. I got hired because I am a woman and I am black. And
is that what they said?
No, but they said because I was a woman. But also, a lot of the black kids do come to me.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna
because they're like more comfortable with me. But I'm the only girl instructor. I broke your job there. But then she went back to college.
Loser.
I know. That's what I said. I go like R.I.P. every time someone leaves and goes to college.
Can't believe you gave up.
But she wasn't like, I don't think she wasn't taking that job seriously at all. She just was showing up late, didn't give a shit, and I was like, you're making me look bad.
Yeah, that's tough when you like.
Right, when you recommend somebody. And
Wyatt,
I was like, I know another girl.
Wyatt recommended me for the Wiltern back when I was working over there.
I remember that.
I took it pretty serious for a little bit, and then I just started slacking so hard, and I felt really bad for Wyatt because like.
I mean, I went to kind of a different department, so it was like kind of like not my problem anymore.
Right.
But yeah, that's probably the last job I'll ever get you.
It's fine.
Damn.
That's fine.
That bad, eh?
No, not that bad. I was like, how do I think especially back then, like 2016 through like 2019, I was very I had an attitude problem, I think. Yeah, so I have trouble respecting authority.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's probably a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I once called my boss to her own office and said, I need to talk to you.
Let's go. What about?
Damn, that's bad as fuck, bro. That's hard.
I don't like. I'm surprised. Like sometimes I think like there's more than one person living in here because I'm like, I can't believe I fucking did that. But I'm like, step into your office. Come step into your office.
How did that go?
Well, she ended up. Okay, so I worked at this job nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
And I was like top employee. Like I really cared about what I was doing.
Yeah.
Which fuck that. I was working at a fucking pool. I was teaching kids how to swim, and I thought it was like really important. It's like a survival skill.
Yeah, sure.
And it's something that they'll always have.
Yeah.
Like for the rest of their lives. And they paid a lot, but then, every other week I have a rash because of chlorine, like chemical burns, and my hair turned blonde, fall off.
You're kidding? Really?
Yeah, my hair, like my arm hairs, non-existent because it would turn blonde and then fall off. The back of my head was like turning like a light blonde.
This is like in a public pool, kind of, or like
well, they have to like pay. It's not like public.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it's like
it was a swim school. It was a school.
Okay,
yeah. But anytime you're working with kids in water, like someone's gonna like
I would
shit
get
in the
spit on. I discovered shit in the pool. I got thrown up on. Like
like
and then you're swimming in
constantly
pee
shocking the pool
all the time.
Your hair just gets so like swimmers have like terrible hair because they like the chlorine strips.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, all of the healthy
it's
oil.
real bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
so I was working there for like nearly 2 years, and I knew the ins and outs of the place. I cared about it. I wouldn't cut corners. Like I'm an employee that I'm gonna fucking do my job to the best of my ability. You know what I mean?
So you were not taking shots.
I would not in the pool. No, I did show up high like one time. It was an accident because I smoked at like 11, and I was still high at like 2.
Right.
And so I was like, fuck, I thought I'd be over this. And then my kid had like a test, and the survival test is like you have this small child being thrown into a pool in the deep end, and then they have to see if they survived. I was like zonked, and I was like, please just do good.
You're just like, please,
so
just
I don't have
swim,
to save
kid.
you right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, just do good right now. And then I was like, oh, we're doing good. And then when I found out I can come to work high, done deal. I had a pen, and that was all she wrote. I was just always no, I shouldn't say that. I wasn't. I was.
You can be honest here. It's an honest room.
Yeah.
I was a model employee. I think it was like probably like a month or two where I would just hit my pen occasionally.
Yeah.
I remember once. Can I tell the chairs story?
I'm not sure what the chair story is.
At the Wilton when we did chairs.
Did you do something?
We did something.
What did we do?
I can probably tell it.
I'll
just tell it, and you want to cut it.
Yeah, tell it.
It's not even that crazy. We were at the Wiltern, and the Wiltern, as you know, we should talk about that story, by the way.
Oh yeah, you played at the Wiltern.
Yeah,
I was there.
Oh my god,
it was fucking sick. Actually, yeah. Well, anyways, we were just setting up like all the chairs because it's usually a standing room,
right?
So like for that Steve Lacy show, like that was all standing, but like they'd have stuff where like let's say the Steve Lacy show ends. And then like everyone drizzles out by like 11:30, 12, right. And then all of like the ushers and employees like sometimes get asked to stay and do chairs, and we'd have to set up like 1,000 seats and set up rows in the standing level. and we had to be there till like 3 or like not even like 3, 4. Like when I got home, it was like 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
like that's like when we got out of there.
Yeah.
And Wyatt was like, Maddie, come here. And he's like, shake my hand. And he like shook my hand. He like put like a weed pen in my, like just a fucking pen. And I don't smoke anymore, but back then I was like smoking a lot. And he's like, go to the bathroom. And I was like, okay. I got fucking blitz.
Yeah.
I used to go
these chairs.
Yeah, I used to go to the Will Turn high as a kite, and my boss knew it, and he didn't really care because I was like I was a good employee. Like I would do my job and like get everything that needed to be done. And he would just like make like sly comments sometimes, like just like God is like the guy who works here ever not high? Like yeah. Like he used to be like, yeah, it's not like our employee who comes in like high as a kite all the time. And I'd be sitting like right there, like yeah.
But I feel like you're a person that like, and I feel like you too, Asia, like where you guys can really perform like being high. Not necessarily music, but like I don't feel like
like no,
when
being
I talk
high
to you
is
and you're
not
high
a,
versus
is
like
not a
when you're
deterrence at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You want to hear something really quite crazy?
Yeah.
I haven't smoked weed in 7 days.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a substantial amount of time.
Okay, well,
No,
for me,
he's high most of the time.
Total pothead. And I haven't had no desire to smoke weed. And
That's pretty good. Are
Yeah,
you
it's
depressed or
kinda crazy.
happy?
no, I'm happy. I feel good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm not depressed. Yeah.
Are you feeling anxious at all?
No, when I was smoking the weed, I noticed I would get anxious. Like recently, as in the last couple of weeks, I would smoke and I would get anxious, like more anxious than usual, and I'd be like, "This is kind of weird. Like I've never felt like this before." So I just like stopped smoking, but I was like addicted to it, like addicted. Like I would like first thing I got up in the morning, I would smoke.
It's
like,
good that you're admitting that. A lot of weed smokers don't
they
admit
won't.
addiction.
Yeah, no, people will tell you like weed's not addictive.
Yeah,
like,
weed's
blah,
just
blah.
like-
Yeah, they're like, I can stop anytime I want.
Yeah, no,
Then
weed's
stop.
really addictive.
I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But you know what the thing I have noticed is my dreams now are crazy.
Vivid, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you like smoke and then you don't smoke.
Absolutely.
Your dreams are crazy.
I'm like, I don't know what's real. I don't know if that was a true story or not. You know what I mean? I'll tell some people like I did this and I'll go, oh wait, that might have been a dream.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. I've had some crazy fucking dreams. Not that they're crazy, but it's just that like I'll say something to Hannah and be like, remember like when we did that? And she like, remember yesterday when you said this? And she's like, no, I never said that. And I was like, oh fuck. Like that was literally in my head while I was asleep. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Dreams are crazy.
I love them.
I love them too.
Yeah.
I think it's weird. Like, do you ever have dreams where like you're dreaming something and then something is happening in your dream, like someone's maybe calling your name in the dream and it's actually happening in real life and that wakes you up?
Yeah.
Like, how does your brain know?
I know, right?
That's like, that it's like happening in real life, but it's like translating it to you in your sleep.
That's
like,
that's weird as fuck.
It's very gentle. It's a gentle, like your brain's like, let me just like crossfade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well said.
Let me crossfade reality here.
I remember being young and then there was a bird chirping outside my window. And in my dream, I remember this because I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It was a crab chirping. It was like a crab just beep, beep.
Where were you sleeping where there was crabs?
Oh no! It was my dream. A crab, and then there was a bird. It was a crab. But outside, it was a bird chirping.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
it's like things like that.
That's pretty psychedelic.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember what the dream was about to this day.
So
crabs.
You're not smoking weed right now? Are they like you actively not like if
I mean, I have it. I'm not really like trying not to.
You're just like you don't have the desire.
Are you not doing like your regular like weed smoking activities? Like, for example,
maybe
I smoke weed when I like make music with the homies.
Yeah.
But if I'm not making music with the homies, I'm not smoking weed. So
no,
those are like weed. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it was kind of like a part of
Yeah.
my life where it, like not like I would just live a normal life, but like I would be smoking like while I was doing it, and so there's not like a thing where I would like smoke and like watch movies or something like that. Like I guess I could still watch a movie now, like not stoned and be fine. I guess I'd be a little bit more distracted. Like I'd be like probably like looking at my phone and stuff like that, like a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, there's something to smoking. That's the thing I would do. Like back then, like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would like get home from like school, finish my homework, or like get off of work. Make sure everything was done, and then I'd go to my car, roll a joint, burn that shit down, listen to music, go back inside, and then like choose a movie and then just be like fucking laser focused.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like it's like movies and music are like really great when you're stoned. Like if you're like in that, if it like if you're in that certain mood and it just like hits you right, like you're just like, man, this is so good.
Yeah.
But no, it hasn't really like made me not do certain things or do certain things. Yeah. Do you have like a favorite activity to do while you're stoned or not? It's just kind of like mostly music related.
It's mostly music related.
Yeah.
I like coming up with melodies while I'm high.
Yeah.
I can do it not high, but I don't know. Like,
you think it just quiets that kind of like anxiousness?
Yeah,
Or like that,
no, absolutely.
That voice that's like, you know, there's like that questioning. Also, like sometimes when I'm creative, like I struggle with anxiety too, but like where you're like creating something and it's just there's that like little voice that's.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes something I think about a lot when I'm writing is like I'm worried about how like it's gonna be received before it's like even a song.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like I feel like sometimes I get trapped writing for what I think people will like and like not making it about something that I want to hear that like, I want to make.
Yeah.
I never think about how other people would perceive the
That's
music.
good. I kind of struggle with that same thing because I feel like I'm like if I'm writing something, I'm like, is anyone really gonna, like is this gonna like really like is anyone really gonna like this or not?
You have to hit fuck
like,
it.
That's pretty interesting because my brain doesn't go there.
That's good. That's a really good thing.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
I suppose so. Like I'm literally like dead ass like, wow.
Oh no, you like get in the. It's like I get in the way of myself all the time.
But I get in the way of myself without even like thinking about that. So, like, you know, I'm not thinking about, oh, is this what people want to hear? It's more like, damn, am I gonna like this later? And then that's
you're more concerned like if you're gonna like it, later, not if other people are gonna fuck with it.
Because I don't believe people. I don't believe people.
That's
at
a great
all.
statement. Like,
you
don't believe
regardless,
people, like,
even if they're saying like you're so good, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
On God,
that's also a good
I've
point.
I've never been like, thank you. Like,
I honestly think.
All right.
And,
so if I feel like I'm good, then I'm good. But no one can tell me shit. Like that's how I am right now.
No.
Well, that's how I've been for a little bit.
I heard this interview with Jimi Hendrix one time, and he was saying that like compliments are really embarrassing because you like know all of the little things that you did wrong in like your set and like while you're playing, and then people come up to me like, oh my God, like you're so good, and it's kind of like you feel like patronized because it's like no, like I did no, it's like no, like I messed up, and you just kind of feel like almost embarrassed a little bit because it's like.
You're
like people are
just
saying
trying to make
that.
me feel
like,
better.
Yeah.
Because in your like the narrative for me is like that wasn't the best I could do.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
And so if like I'm looking at things through that lens, then if someone's coming up to me, if I'm already coming at it with the mindset where like it was all right, but I know it could have been like 10 times better if I like hadn't fucked this up or if I like did this or this.
Right.
And then so if someone's coming to me like, yo, that was a really good set, then I'm like, all right, sure.
Every
fuck
now
off,
and then I'll
honestly.
feel like we did do good, and I was like, I know.
Yeah. That's the best
like,
feeling.
Yeah.
I still take it graciously because obviously if someone's gonna come up to you and
you're
spend the
like,
time
no, the fuck you're not. That's not. That's not attractive at all.
No, you gotta be gracious.
Yeah.
Like,
of course,
thank you.
obviously,
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. And all that stuff.
That's part of it. That's just part of like gigging and things like that. People coming up to you afterwards. I remember Brooke used to be like, it's just always every time. She's like, you're just a chatterbox. Like, you talk to everybody. I'm like, everyone's talking to me. And I have to do my job as the front person to make sure everyone is acknowledged.
Right.
It's part of the experience. So,
100%.
like, I'm not off. Like, I'm not turned off until I leave.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
I'm never more anxious, like, on a show day than right after we finish performing.
Really?
Because when you finish your set, and you're rapidly trying to wrap all your cables and get the pedal board out of there, get the amp and the guitar, and get all your shit off so the next band can come on. That's the time, because you just finished your set, where everyone is very excited about your set and wants to come up and say, oh, you did so good. And they're coming up to you as you're just trying to get all this shit together. And I'm like, we're on a time crunch. We got to do, like, we got to close out. We got to get our money. We got to, like, you know, talk. And I'm like, fucking, that's the time where I get the most anxious. And so
interesting.
No, it's really weird. Like, it's not even like maybe right before the show or like maybe up until like 30 seconds into the first song when I'm playing like, all right, cool, we're playing shit. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, when everyone's coming up to, it's like, wow, that was so good. I'm like, thanks, cool, awesome. And but still it's like that, like
just like give me like 10 minutes so I can like
do
one thing at a time.
And at the same time it's like the thing of me being like, I don't think it was that good of a show, but that's cool. We started doing this thing now where our producer Edwin, you know Edwin, right? Warm Bedrooms, I should say. He
for the fans out there.
Yeah, for the fans.
Yeah.
Professionally known as Warm Bedrooms. I do this thing now where every show that he comes out to, that's the one motherfucker I know is going to keep it straight with me. So I always text him after the show, or like I'll talk to him and be like, all right, how do we actually do? And then he'll be like, this was good. Like, you know, you forgot lyrics here. Because he knows our songs in and out because he produced them. And then he'll be like, you know, this sounds empty here. And then like, but if like I can tell when it was like actually a good show based on like if he came up to me and was like, all right, like you guys brought it, you know what I mean? So like that, then I feel like, and it, like fuck Edwin, like it's not like I need his validation.
I wouldn't say that.
Edwin, go fuck yourself.
No, I thought you were gonna redeem yourself.
That's not what that's not what I mean. I mean like, you know, it's not like
you don't need
I need his
validation.
But you talk about like people lying, like people aren't like in regards to music and like us being great. I know it's in Edwin's best interest and our best interest for him to be completely honest. Right. So I know that he's gonna keep it straight with me in terms of like if we did good or not.
I don't have people like I just don't believe anybody. So
I appreciate that phrase.
I'm like if they told me that when I first started doing music, like right after I dropped out of school, and I was doing like Aprilia Ave, that was like my whole thing. I'm like, no one tell me shit. Everything is a stylistic choice. Yeah. I don't want your critique. Yeah. I'm like, I'm doing this. And it wasn't like I was thinking, I'm a genius right now. It was just like, I'm doing it because I am. Yeah. And shut the fuck up because I'm doing it.
No, for sure. Yeah.
And then so.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
And that was like your earlier shit?
That was my earlier shit.
I feel that like a little bit similar to that, where it's where like earlier on, I think we gave a fuck a lot less in terms of just like certain things. Like vocal sessions took
I think our music is kind of like, not more demanding, but like we are more like focused on being like
the production value has like
we're trying to bring like a little bit more production value. Something I've been meaning to do at shows and that I've done at rehearsals is record our sets with just my phone, because the phone doesn't lie, you know, recording doesn't lie to you. So like when I do our rehearsals,
I hate that shit, honestly. It's good. It's good to do. It's really good, but it makes me feel like a lot of
times when I'm like when I do it at rehearsal and I think something didn't sound good and I listen to it on the recording, I was like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Like that sounds like decent. Like just things if we're like, if sometimes we feel like we're rushing or something like that, or I felt like I was playing too much and I go listen to the recording and I'm like, no, this sounds fine. Like this sounds fine. I was like in my head about that. Yeah. And like but it also is the same thing where it's like if you do something wrong, it's going to be very clear. Yeah, and it's not like some person who's trying to like hold back. It's like, no, this is like literally what it sounds like.
Yeah, I won't listen. Like I'll record it, I won't listen to it. And
it's like a bunch of recorded stuff that's like
I won't listen.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. You know,
no, everyone's got their method as to
it's because in my mind I'm already doing it. I'm already critiquing as we go, and then like as soon as we're done with that song, I'll go back and I'm like, hey man, we did this. Like, I want you to.
Will you listen to your Sundial sessions?
I don't know.
You should.
Maybe one song.
It's probably good.
We did a cover of a Fiona Apple song, and I think
which one?
The Way Things Are. Do you know that one?
Can you hum it a little bit? You don't have to. You know.
Wait, I'm gonna do it. So keep on calling my name, keep on.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that song, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's fucking
And when
nice.
I presented it to the band at first, they're like, what the fuck is this song? Like, oh man. And I was like, guys, you have to listen to it because like you need to know the arrangement.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah. And then they're just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it. But then after we had like after they listened to it, after we rehearsed it tons of times, after we performed it, they're like, I actually really like performing that song. And I was like, I think they were like, I think we should do that one like every time.
Yeah.
And I go,
yes, that's a huge victory.
That's right,
for you.
motherfucker.
Like, that's gotta feel good.
I love being right about something.
Yeah.
I fucking love being right.
Yeah, and I love me some Fiona Apple, so I knew and
kind of goated, honestly.
100%.
I used to not fuck with her because I
That's
thought it was like
understandable.
Starbucks like CD music.
Oh, like,
that's
maybe.
I mean, I have never taken a deep dive into Fiona Apple. I think I've kind of like liked what I've heard, but I've never been like, I want to hear more. But maybe I need to. I
have this theory about like the way women make music and how it's from a different ear. A lot of
the feminine perspective is
it's like different,
completely different.
Coming down like it goes down to like the sounds that they pick for themselves as well. It's different, and like working with boys, like most of my band is like all boys, and the music industry is all boys, and so a lot of the standard is set from like a male perspective. Exactly. And so that's why I don't really believe people, because there's so many nuanced things, and I'm like, you really wasn't hearing what I was hearing though.
Right.
Like, so you know what I mean? And Fiona Apple is just kind of one of those people to where me and my girlfriends were like, man, this shit go hard, but guys are like, I don't get it. And it's like, because you really
it's also not for you.
Yeah, it's not for you. And like, because you're really not listening. But Fiona Apple was like fucking amazing. Like her melodies, it's weird, and I can and same thing with like Esperanza Spalding as well. I talked to a lot of other people who are into jazz. They're like, oh, I don't really listen to Esperanza Spalding, and then they'll have like this ideal of her, and I'm just like, then shut the fuck up. I mean, you can't have an ideal of her if you don't listen to her fucking music. Right. I'm like, she's amazing. She's an amazing musician, right? And what she does is like fucking impressive, because she plays bass and sing. She's holding down the rhythm section.
That's one of the craziest shit. Like,
and it's hard.
Bass players or drummers that sing, I'm like, yo, you're crazy for that.
She'll go
unhinged.
Boop, boop, like, and I'm like,
she's not playing like Paul McCartney bass. Yeah. She's playing like jazz
dead ass, like just bass.
Yeah, and that's the crazy shit that's like crazy with.
And
like,
she's like really out right now. So like jazz wise,
she's
out.
She's out.
What do you mean, like not accepted?
No, like I guess very experimental. That's out there. Yeah. Okay. But I'll be listening to it, and then somebody will be like, "Turn this shit off."
Ew.
And I'm like, it's good though, guys. Come on.
That's what I mean. Some people, I mean, people who don't appreciate jazz will like always.
No, it's people that appreciate jazz.
Oh, really? And they still don't appreciate her?
Yeah, because it's out. But also it's because
she's
a
woman.
feminine
like
perspective and with a feminine ear.
Bro, jazz dudes are fucking toxic also.
100%. Yes, they are. It's nothing but dick measuring.
Yeah.
But it's just dudes in general.
Yeah.
Being in a world where I have to... I'm in a lot of male-dominated fields. Like, I'm the only girl that works at fucking Guitar Center.
Word?
Well, like... me and this one girl, Regina, but I'm the only girl that works in the lessons, and I never see Regina.
Yeah, so it's not like you have like a workplace understanding where you can be unified in any way.
100%. Yeah. And those bathrooms are fucking nasty.
Yeah.
And I always have to know exactly what I'm talking about. If I make one stumble, then it's just like, oh, you don't
actually
know anything. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah. I know a lot, but just because I don't know this one thing, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes like in the martial arts field. Like I was partners with this dude yesterday. He was like a young boy, and he was like trying to tell me what to do, and I'm like, bro, I'll fucking beat your ass.
Definitely. That is a lesson that I think guys learn the hard way, because I did martial arts for a long time, and there were women in our class, and even like teenage girls who could kick some serious ass.
Yeah.
And it would be like this whole like guys don't want to like hit a woman, even though you shouldn't, but in the class like they would really pull away and like treat her like a frail, this thing, and it would be like, that is the hard
most
lesson
annoying,
you're gonna learn.
Like that's fine. Like sometimes I really don't feel like being hit, but and some men really just don't give a fuck.
I mean, low key, that's good. Like,
it's funny.
If you're in a fucking martial arts class,
it's hilarious.
That's the thing.
But I just hate it when like they talk down to you. Like that's the only thing and I could tell the difference every fucking time, to where it's someone who's kind of like higher up. They're telling me like, oh, like I've noticed you did this. Maybe like try to do this, and I think it'll help you like a lot.
Yeah.
Opposed to like some fucking kid telling me, oh, this is how you do a kick, and your kick is fucking pitiful.
Yeah.
Bro, get the fuck out of my face. I'll fuck you up right now. I was like, unless we have sparred and you kicked my ass, I really don't want you telling me anything.
Yeah, no, for real.
But it's more of like in the way that they say it. And
well,
you can
like
tell. You can really fucking tell.
It's an energy.
You can tell. And then so I had the kid, so he like, it's a lot of partner work, so they hold pads for you. After that, I was kicking the fuck out of those pads.
Yeah, good.
I was hitting the fuck out of those pads and going fast. And then the instructor was like, keep up with her. And I was like, yeah.
Keep up with me.
I was like, keep up with me. Yeah, I was kicking the fuck out of those bags, and then at the end he was like, oh, okay, and I was like, yeah. I was like, humble yourself, kid.
That's good. Exactly. Well, it's good that you.
I was like, you can't be a tool so early on. You're not allowed.
Definitely.
That's a pretty good like. I mean, it's like I would say it's like in a way like a non-aggressive way of just being like you need to sit the fuck down.
Yeah,
like, just being like actually I fucking know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like I know what I'm doing, and it's I'm
gonna show you, not tell you.
Yeah. I didn't say shit. I kept my mouth shut the whole time and was really focused on what I was doing. Made sure my technique was all right, and I did kick the fuck out of him.
Have you seen him since? Has he shut the fuck up?
I hope so, but it was like that was Saturday, so I haven't
that was
seen
recently.
Yeah, that was recently.
So he's probably still like
that was yesterday
in his bed, like.
I was just like, kid, chill, man. Like,
how old about?
Probably about 14.
For real, bro.
But
they're cocky, dude. 14-year-old kids,
the worst.
But no, and the fact that he, like, one, he didn't want to be my partner. I was somebody else's partner before, but she was like out of commission. She was like, dude, I'm about to pass out. Can you just be partners with that kid? And I was like, and we both were like,
she's like, I know, I'm sorry.
And then the kid was like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, bitch, I really don't want to be with you. And then so like we did something where it was like a switch kick, and I was just really like, I biked 5 miles to the gym, had already did like an hour of conditioning and running and shit like that, and I'm tired as fucking Muay Thai. Like, I'm not about to really go for real right now. And then he tells me, oh, you got to kick like this, and I'm like, I'm about to kick the fuck out of you. I'm like, oh. Then I have to go hard right now. And for the rest of that class, I did go hard as fuck.
There's nothing better than being underestimated. Yeah. But especially when it's like fueled by
it's
like
annoying.
That type of shit. Yeah.
It's annoying. I'm like, can we just be neutral? Like, I like when it, people are coming at me with like, oh, I have no expectations for you. Like, it's when it's really neutral is awesome.
Yeah.
When it's just like, oh, my expectation for you is like
that you're bad.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally because if they haven't seen me for a while, and I'm like, bro, I was coming here before you. I left for like a year, but doesn't mean I don't know how to, beat your ass right now.
Yeah.
I'm to that point where I'm like so confident in my fighting abilities.
Yeah.
I'm confident as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
That's dope. Wait, how you been doing how long?
I did it for a year when I was 21. Skipped it when I was 22. I'm now 23, getting back into it. And the only thing I need to do is just get back in shape. But I remember everything. I'm like obsessed with fighting.
It's something that comes, I mean, it is a kind of a perishable skill, but it is something that comes back to you very fast.
Yeah.
Like once you start. It
wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
The training, hard. I'm there like
like
5 days out of the week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn, so you're going hard.
Yeah, I'm going hard.
Damn, let's
go.
What
do you mean you need to get in shape? What the fuck are you talking
I needed to, like, because I was gone for like
cardiovascular wise.
When did you come back?
I came back September, maybe August, September.
You're on your way, bro.
I'm good. I'm good now. Like, I'm fucking fine.
Do you do that as mostly just kind of like a recreational / like self-defense kind of thing? Or do you have any interest in competing like in a...
I'll compete eventually.
Yeah.
But for now, it is like a recreational like thing. It's great for confidence. Like I stand up a little taller because I'm like, I dare you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I'm at this point where like I wish a nigga would like 100% like 100% like, oh, I'm just waiting on the day. Like I had gotten into, and the reason why I started fighting is because I had gotten into like an actual fight, and
back like just before.
Yeah, like way like
so like early 20s.
I had just turned 21. I like started fighting because I had.
Let's go. Was that your first fight?
It was my first fight ever, and I was like, and I felt bad because I was like, oh, I should have beat your ass so much harder.
Did you win the fight?
That's not a thing.
It was a fight that shouldn't have happened. I got bit. I ended up getting bit.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I got hepatitis now. I'm joking. No. And then I got like tackled on. I threw the first punch because like they really had me fucked up.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah. Because I got pushed and I was like, it was like push.
Interesting.
Like I came back like that.
No, yeah.
I was like, oh. And I couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, you guys know me, right? Like, do I seem like the type to like...
You're
like
the chillest people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I'm just like, I felt really... After the first punch, I looked at my hand, like, you know how like...
Yeah, you're shaking,
I'm looking at my hand.
Like,
that's literally what happened.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I got tackled onto the floor. I'm on the floor. It was the craziest fight. I was we're in the parking lot, and I go, this is fucking silly. Like, in the middle of the fight, like, I'm looking at my hand like, oh, fuck, like, I would never fucking do that. Like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you brought out the worst in me. I would never fucking put my hands on someone. This is awful. Like, that's what I was, like, literally
You're
thinking
just like,
the
I
whole
really
time.
wish that I didn't do that.
Yeah, well, like, it's like you just, like, I really wish you weren't the person for me to hit you in the face
why
like
did
that.
you, more like, why did you
make me do it? But,
Yeah.
but also holding accountability for myself, I did, like, throw that punch.
Yeah.
But looking back, like, at the time, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have did that, and I cried about it. But looking back at it, I'm like, I should have fucked you up even worse. And I'm like, because I don't think I'm satisfied with feeling bad for you.
Hit him up.
No.
Rematch.
No. But it's just for now, it's like the next person will get his ass whooping and mine.
Yeah.
Like, and theirs.
Good.
So
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'll go 100%. Like, that's, I think, because after that, I was like, I did started doing MMA like literally right after I joined that gym because I was like,
that'll do it.
I'm like, I wonder, did I throw that punch right?
Yeah.
Let me get it right. I've never in my life been in a fight.
That's good.
That's good. That's really good.
Because I mean, you never
I've deserved it.
You never gotten to the point where you let someone have you that fucked up. You know what I mean? It's like it was my fault because I let them have me that fucked up. You know what I mean? And that's something I can like take accountability for because I didn't just leave. I was just like getting fucked up.
I think fights a lot of times are like glorified in like movies and shows and stuff to be this thing where it's like this like will solve your problems and like you'll beat down the bad guy. But like fights in real life are actually like really dangerous and really like nonsensical, and people can get like hurt. Someone can get hurt in a life threatening or life changing way over nothing.
Yeah.
Over nothing.
Have you been punched in the face? Anyone?
Yeah, I've been punched in the face plenty of times. Yeah.
Isn't it eye opening?
I've had my nose like very close to being cracked in half by my younger brother.
Oof.
Yeah, because he kneed me. He pulled my head down into a hard ass knee, and there was blood like flowing out of my nose like a faucet. Yeah, it was. This was in a martial arts class though, so I didn't get too mad at it.
I was like, Sam.
Yeah. And even Joel, like my best childhood friend who I still hang out with to this day, because I grew up with like a lot of like boys in the neighborhood, and we would fight. Like someone would say something, and granted, we were like 12 and 13, so this isn't like we didn't have like the strength to like seriously fuck each other up.
Yeah.
But we would tackle each other and hit each other in the face like like mad, and like and we would bleed and stuff like that, and like our parents would get pissed off and be like, go back over there and say you're sorry. Like we'd have to like both like walk and be like sorry, like
fuck. All right, I'll see you on Halo later.
Yeah, we're like literally like they'd be like, now hug, like, we'd be like, I'm sorry. But like, I will to this day will avoid fight, and I feel very confident in myself, like in my abilities, but I'll avoid a fight at all costs. I can see it behind your eyes, like yeah, you can see the bags in your eyes, like
why it's a little scary when you get serious. Yeah, why?
Yeah, I can get serious. Yeah, yeah.
But being punched in the face is like so eye opening. I remember being punched in the face. It was for the first time last year. And I was just like,
oh, with MMA?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other I got tackled, not punched.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was like, fuck. And I didn't have time to like really be shocked about it because like the person I was fighting was like coming for me.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to train that in you because I know like the first time I got punched, I was like out of commission for a second because I was so shocked I got punched. But now I get punched often.
That's why the training is so good.
Yeah, I know what to do when.
Then you aren't so sketched out when you're getting punched. And you're like, I can still fight. Like I'm fine. Like
And I spar like twice a week. It used to be just once, but
that's impressive. You were really going at it. That's
I'm
great.
going hard as fuck.
That's
because
great.
It's I don't know why. I think I'm just angry.
Well, that's a good way. That's a good outlet for anger. Like really.
Yeah, I'm like I think I'm just angry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, I get fucking angry too, honestly. Yeah. Like anytime like dude, I get road rage.
Yeah, you get road rage?
Yeah.
You should invest in a martial arts class.
Probably.
This guy honked at me we were it was like a 3-way intersection and I was the only person that didn't have a stop sign. And this guy is waiting. This one guy goes and I'm like, you shouldn't have gone, but whatever, I'll wait. And then I start to go and the guy honks at me. He's like, and I was like, I had Hannah in the car, but I was like, I was like, I have to really push it down when Hannah's in the car because that is not an attractive quality.
For sure.
She does not fuck with that. But I told her, I was like, if you weren't here, I probably would have stopped.
Do you notice? Do you notice at all that maybe like in the last 2 years, like kind of since COVID, like you've gotten more, like you feel more road rage? Because I kind of feel this a little bit, but like I just feel like ever since COVID and like lockdowns and stuff, like road rage has increased like a kind of across the board. And I feel almost now, like before I really didn't care like about kind of like driving and stuff like that. But now like, I'm kind of the same way. Like if someone like stops real fast in front of me or something like that or cuts me off, I'm like, dude, like I hate people and I hate everyone driving right now.
I was worse when I was 19. I threatened a group of dudes in a truck on the 405 to pull over.
Well, it's a good thing they did.
Never been in a fight.
Damn.
Like I said before.
Bad?
Yeah. No, it's ugly. And I'm not proud of it, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Right. But they like said something to me and then I was, rolled down my window. I was like something to the tune of like, how about you pull the fuck over and we'll really see about it? Like something like that.
That's a hard line.
Yeah.
That's a bar.
And then and then they just kept driving and I was like, yeah, that's what the fuck I thought. I don't know why I'm so like the level of aggression versus like the fact that I've never been in a fight.
It's because it's like it's a threat to your life. It's like, you know what I mean? Like we're going to drive stupid. You're going to put me in danger.
Right. Exactly. No, you are kind of in danger. So it's like.
So I understand the anger. Like it's valid. But at the end, for me, it's more like my road rage is me talking shit.
Yeah. You also like can't help like. But feel that a bad driver is like a stupid person.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
They
like,
are.
Yeah.
To answer your question though, I mean, having been like a driving instructor for the past 2 years, I think.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think I
forgot about that little tidbit.
I know. It's fucking stupid. I have been exposed to so much stupid driving, not by my students, more so by other people on the road. And because I'm exposed to it all the time and because I have kids in the car, have subdued that a lot.
Practice like patience.
Yep. So I've gotten better at it.
That's good.
But I think that drivers are getting worse also.
Yeah.
Like I think like people are really like getting worse and worse. And I've noticed it over like the past year. Like the crazier shit I see is becoming more and more frequent.
Yeah.
It's fucking gnarly.
It's crazy.
It's more of like it is what it is type situation for me. Like if someone's like just driving stupid or if someone cuts me off, for me it's more people like, oh, you're going too fucking slow in front of me, or it's someone being right on my ass. Yeah, like that's when I'll get mad. I was like,
slow down.
I hate that.
I do, but then I also go. I go, get away.
Yeah.
I like, make sure they see like my hand signal, like please, like
just go around.
Like I don't like that.
It's fucking lame.
It is awful, but for the most part, I just talk shit, being like, I don't know what I say. I'm like, you fucking bitch. I'm like, Oracle, bitch. I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
No, I've adopted that phrase. Can't believe you've done this. But no, I won't get too like, I'm like, fucking bitch. But my sister, she used to have like really bad road. I feel like she's fine, but since I don't, I feel like she's still the same, but since I don't have take rides from her anymore, like I don't see it as much.
Yeah.
But she used to roll down her window, yell out like, "You fucking bitch!" Like da da da. And I remember her and this dude had like a flip off contest.
That's cute.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah.
She was like, and then he was like, and she was like, and then she goes. He leaves his hand out the window and go. And then
was it funny by the end?
Yeah, he was laughing. We all were laughing. It was like hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty wholesome.
It was wholesome. But I like at this point when it comes to driving, like I'll understand like, okay, like we're okay. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Get to where you need to be.
Right. That's the most mature way to handle it.
Yeah, it's not good to have road rage. It's not as bad as when I was 19. I'm sure the older I get, the more I'll be subdued.
Yeah.
But
it sucks to feel rage in general.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
hot, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't want to be angry.
I know. It sucks. But yeah, I'd be angry. It's under there simmering. And I'm like, fuck. I once went to a sidekick and she was like, bro, you're a ticking time bomb. And I go, no, what the fuck?
I think martial arts is a great outlet for that, though. Like, it seems like that's like kind of a way to handle it, and because you know, it's like a great like that and kind of like therapy because that is sort of a therapy. To
I was doing both.
Degree.
I was doing therapy like consistently for like 3 years. Therapy and martial arts.
Yeah,
I was
still
seemingly okay.
Bro. Okay, yeah, but it was still like
it was still bad. But then I think the only thing that really helped me was like medication.
Yeah,
yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a that's the solution.
People were just like, "Oh, do this," and I'm like, "Done it." I've done everything you can possibly do, but like they're like medication isn't the way, and I'm like, as you know, as far as I'm concerned, yes, it
does
is.
work in a lot of cases. It does. It is the way. It gets demonized, but I think in a lot of cases, it is a great solution.
It's because of the big pharma getting people like addicted to like opioids. You know what I mean? Opiates or whatever.
Sometimes people fucking need Adderall though. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Or like an SSIR or something. Like sometimes these things like help. You know, and maybe it's not like a rest of your life solution, but it's like they help.
Yeah, no, it's a for now. So the medication I'm on is Lexapro. I was on Prozac before.
Yeah.
Fucking it sucked because they tell you like if you're having. Have you guys ever been on antidepressants or like?
I was on Lexapro for a while. I'm not right now, but I was at one point for a while.
But you know how they say like if suicidal like thoughts like intensify, like just stop taking it.
Really? I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Stop
cold turkey.
Well, I mean, it was like I had just started it. Yeah. I had just started it.
Okay.
Your chemistry massively gets changed when you're regularly taking.
It was crazy as fuck. I was on Prozac, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember the first day I took Prozac, I was house sitting. For my brother in Topanga, and I met up with my friends there. That house was just for me and my homies. I met up with my friends there, and I was like, I'm gonna cry, okay? And then my friend holds me, and I'm like. And I didn't really understand what was happening, but
I'm gonna cry. Okay, that's cute.
I didn't really understand what was happening, but I did notice like.
Were you off of it at this point?
That was my first day taking it.
And
it made me feel so weird.
Just off of one day.
Off of that first time I took it, and I was like, I feel weird right now.
Wow.
But. I started taking it consistently because I was like, okay, they told me to do that. So I started doing it a lot more. And then like I noticed being in a different place. So I had dated.
Set you off a little bit?
No. I had dated this girl. Yeah. But she lived in like fucking bumfuck nowhere and 5 hours away.
Jesus.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I would drive 5 hours away.
God damn.
Yeah.
To see this chick. Yeah. I know. I'm the best. But then I noticed like being out there, like I was so afraid. She was white, and I was like, we're gonna get hate crimes. I'm gonna get lynched. Like, you know how my fucking thoughts were thinking. But then I noticed that the Prozac was working when I went back again, and we were just outside. It was nighttime, and I was like, oh, I'm chilling right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not looking over my shoulder. I'm not like nervous about us holding hands. Like I'm okay.
Yeah.
But the Prozac.
Yeah.
Bad suicidal thoughts. I've never like experienced that in my life to where it's screaming at you like, kill yourself, put a gun to your head right now. And it wasn't sad. It was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because it's like you knew, like I knew that wasn't fucking me.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's crazy. Like it literally screams at you.
Right.
And like I knew that wasn't me.
Right.
It was just like, kill yourself, put a gun to your head, pull the trigger right now. Yeah. That's what you want to do. Like a drill sergeant in your head. Just
drill sergeant.
Insisting that you want to kill yourself. And you're like, no, I don't. I'm actually fine right now. They're like, yo, you're gonna. And so I'm like,
my
fuck,
God.
I have to stop taking this shit.
Yeah.
And then I got given Lexapro. None of that happened.
Okay.
And then with the added effect of like, okay, I'm okay still. You know what I mean? I didn't want to stop taking the Prozac because I was like, I like going outside.
Right.
I'm like,
it helps.
I'm like, I just had to like switch out. Like, yeah, I want to kill myself every second.
Maybe I don't want to kill myself.
Isn't it weird? Yeah. It's weird.
It was like fighting each other.
Yeah. A lot of those are like the same kind of medication, but the different like kind of brands will have different
different effects on certain people. And I was also like, it was a lot of milligrams of Prozac.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It was like a high dose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got prescribed Wellbutrin because I got like diagnosed with like ADHD. And I go, oh, that makes sense because I don't have any concept of time ever.
Yeah.
Dude.
You should see how many alarms I have on my fucking phone.
I'm like pretty certain that I'm rocking the ADHD
there's something,
yeah, but I'm like, whatever.
So I keep missing shit. I keep not knowing shit. I'll be like, it's in the back of my mind, like I'll remember it. And then it's just like, you're supposed to do that right now. And I'm like, oh fuck, it's today, huh? And I have no concept of time, like 100%. Don't know. Just don't have it.
Yeah.
And I talked to my psychic about it, and then he was like, yes. He was like, yeah, you fit the bill. And then he gave me like, the first things first was like a mood stabilizer. He gave me Wellbutrin. And then with Wellbutrin, I was pissed off.
Really?
Like, because it causes like mood swings.
Okay.
Violent ones. I was like, so I write like lyrics or poetry like all the time, right?
That's good.
When I was on Wellbutrin, I wrote one like, I'm gonna snap everyone's fucking necks. I'm like,
that is not how I think of you.
That's not how I was like, and I was being mean to Pumpkin, man. Like, I was like, I'm being mean to my dog. And like anything anyone would say to me, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, I was pissed off, and I really had to stop taking it because it was like, I'm going to hurt myself and others.
You really have to, like, from what I hear, you have to really date medication. Like, you have to, like, see what's going to work for you. You have to, like, shop around a little bit.
I'm shopping around. I've been shopping around. Lexapro's good, but for, like, it doesn't work for ADHD. It just works for, like, my panic disorder.
Yeah.
Which go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So they're putting me on another medication. I need to pick it up. But hopefully that works. But they're making me get an EKG because it's a stimulant. So I'm like,
what is that again? Yeah, that sounds
familiar. And I'm like,
they check your heart.
Oh, okay.
So they're checking my heart. I'm like, my heart's fine, guys.
Yeah.
But it's because they're giving me like a stimulant. Now, so they're like,
nice, okay.
So it's not Adderall, but not that far off.
Right. Damn,
like,
crazy.
Nice.
Like, I'm getting so close.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
It is, because it fucking works.
Apparently there's a shortage of it now.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pissed off.
You're like,
I get this fucking close. There's a shortage of everything. I go to Starbucks and I'm like, give me a brown sugar, shaken espresso. They're like, we don't got that. God fucking damn it. Yeah.
Dude.
There's a shortage of fucking everything right now.
Yeah, for real.
We're gonna go to war. That's what Stefan says.
But who's Stefan?
My keyboardist.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? Is he like also like working at the Pentagon or
no,
what?
he just reads a lot of the news. Like he's just in that shit.
I can't. I had to stop.
Yeah.
He'll tell you the most morbid facts, and I'm like, keep telling them to me, okay? I would be like, what else you got?
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm like, so what's the new? What's the talk of the town right now? And he'll let me know.
Yeah. It seems like
he's very informed.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we go to war, I'm gonna. He was like, we can just join the band in the army, and I go, no, I'm gonna be front line. I'm gonna put my gun down. I'm gonna dance, and I'm gonna tap dance in a minefield. Like I'm out of this.
I've been doing Muay Thai for nothing. All right,
tap dance in a minefield.
I'm out of this bitch. Dude. For our war, you think I wanted to like? Just think about the World War II and like the Great Depression and things like that. Like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
That would not be me.
No.
I don't want to ration my fucking food. I'm already rationing my fucking food.
Yeah. Right.
Because I don't have money. I'm like, damn, it sucks to be hungry. I'm like, well, let me just die, okay?
Don't say
I'm
that,
too
Asia.
comfortable. I'm too comfortable. I want to be comfortable.
You won't have to go to war. I'll make sure of it.
I'm gonna dodge.
I'm like, he's
draft.
gonna go for me. They're like, we need one more person. I'm like, I have.
I'll be like, there's this guy, Sherman Oaks. He's
down. He's been in so many fights. You want him?
Yeah.
His little brother kicked the shit out of him. So
yeah, no, he's pretty good for war.
Yeah.
No, I'll literally go. Be all right. I'm like in shape. If they have us working out, I'll do those sit ups. I was literally in like ROTC at school.
Were you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Did you ever give any thought to going in the military or no?
For like a second because I was in that shit.
Right?
They want you to. Like
they want me to. Yeah, and I was just like. That was plan fucking Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
because I know like out of ROTC you'll be ranked above everyone else.
Right,
Like
you're an officer.
you come out, you know,
and yeah, you don't have to be in the trenches.
Yeah, but like they train us for that. Like, you know what I mean? We do all the physical like training the same,
like a boot camp kind of thing.
Yeah, all of it the same. I know all the formations. Yeah. I'm good at just standing there.
You stand there all goddamn day.
But I don't like authority. And I'm like, who the fuck are you talking to?
Yeah, military is a bad place for that trait.
I have zero interest being in the army. I'll dodge the fuck out of a draft. I don't have any sense of honor in that regard. I'll go to Canada. I'll fuck around.
Yeah.
Canada is going to send people too. I don't know if that's the place.
I'm going to go to Ireland.
There you will be safe.
Ireland's fucking. I'm gonna.
I can get a dual citizenship. We've talked about Ireland, I think, in the past.
Yeah, probably. Was I still like so gung ho and like fuck? I need to go to Ireland.
I don't know.
I'm obsessed with gingers.
Hey, gotta split you two. I'm gonna spread you guys out.
No, it's like it's a black thing. Do you know like black people fucking love gingers?
I had no idea that was a thing.
Like out of curiosity? Like
I don't know.
Like what's good? Like
I don't know.
We're like unicorns.
We're
like, dying. We're recessive.
I've heard that.
Well, I guess because we both were in slavery. It dates back.
Dude, yeah. There was a lot of animosity between the Irish and black people in America. It was pretty fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, because like it was like
we were pitted against
each other.
I don't like now. It's just like I've had a thing for gingers for a fucking long time. And I'll tell my friends about it. I'll pick the most basic looking, maybe fugly even, ginger dude and be like, damn, he's fine.
Damn.
Like, damn. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, there's this fucking dude on TikTok. And now I've learned my ways. Like, okay. It doesn't matter the color of their hair, okay? You need to chill.
Good.
But there's this dude named Pete Monsingo on TikTok. And he's like, one, he's in this boy band. Two.
Just checking all the boxes for you.
Oh, absolutely. That's not my type. Boy band? Fuck no. Musician? Absolutely
no musician?
Not.
You would not date musicians?
No.
That's probably smart.
No.
It's for the best.
Musicians are probably pretty.
You've been there.
Yeah.
I'll date an artist. I'll date like a filmmaker. A doctor. That's my top.
That's your goal.
That's my goal.
Yeah, dude, I think we all want to fucking. I want to be a stay-at-home boyfriend.
But you have to but you also have to be like highly educated, or else they'll just make you feel dumb.
Yeah,
dude, I'll be a little himbo, stupid little.
I feel that, but you're allowed to be a himbo. Like I don't want to be a himbo. But yeah,
I just want that for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I want to stay at home. I'll cook.
I would love to be a stay-at-home mom and stuff like that because I can really focus on the kids.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I'll really focus on the children now because I'm like, I don't need a job. Like my job will be my fucking children,
right?
And I'll love every second of it.
Absolutely, I think that's great for moms to stay with their kids. Like,
yeah, it's like the best. Yeah, I won't have a kid until I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah. No, I support that.
So we're not talking about fucking killing ourselves.
Oh man, I don't know. That's why I'm like, kids are not even on
the table right
Fuck
now.
no.
Dude, I have zero interest.
You got a lot to do before then.
Yeah, no, kids should be like an add-on, not like a.
It's the expansion.
Not
pack.
to take, not to take away
the life
from.
DLC.
Yeah, no, like it's kids come where you're just like, well, what's next? I did all the things.
Right.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that.
And, do all this crazy shit.
Yeah. I want to have kids when my life is about them and I'm okay with that.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I could have done this.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, oh, my kid wants to go to fucking Russia. Let's go to Russia. Let's speak Russian for a bit. Like, you can be raised out there.
Well, you might go to Russia.
I'll get you a babushka.
Whether you want to or not.
I'm gonna tap dancing on those lines. But there's Pete Monsingo. He's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Show.
He's the guy. He plays fucking trombone.
Wait. And he's in a boy band?
And he's in a boy band. His mom's a dwarf.
Oh yeah, dude.
And he goes both
of his parents are little people. Right?
Yeah,
is that fucked up, or is we just accept that?
I don't think you're supposed to say dwarf, but I don't.
Oh really? Oh my bad.
That's okay.
Well, man, dwarfism is like that's literally the medical term.
I think the kosher term is little person, but I don't. I mean, it's not. No, I swear to God.
Okay.
I think I might be wrong, but I mean, I'm not. It's not like you're trying to say like. Something terrible.
Yeah, the other one.
Let me not give a
Don't example. Please don't give an example. But my bad. little person. I don't want to say that either.
It's the same. It's different words for the same thing.
Well, his mom is like 3 feet.
Yeah, no, I know. That's the, like.
Stop. We're not laughing. We're not laughing.
Asia looked at me like she was not. There was no way she was gonna get through the sentence, bro.
Oh my god.
But she's like, you know.
Anyway,
now I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know how to get.
He plays the trombone while she's walking around.
Like,
he's the one making fun of her, bro. It's not like we're playing a trombone. Like
right. That's what I'm saying. Like they're probably in on it.
No, they're in on it 100%. But this dude, he's the only like.
Go ahead.
He's the only. Fuck, no, I don't know how to say it. He's the only
heightened person,
not heightened, challenged person in the house. But he's gotten all the recessive traits because the more dominant trait is like dwarfism.
That's like I don't know if you've ever seen what was that show on TLC where like
little
people, big world.
Yeah.
And they were little people parents with that had
people
that had not height challenge that had like, you know.
Yeah, they had I remember they had like kids that were, you know,
that were
were struggling not to say normal.
I was like regular sized. I mean, that's above 5
What would you
feet.
say like height typical? Let's say height typical.
Height typical. Okay, cool. But yeah, no, so he got all the recessive traits because the dominant trait was like dwarfism and because all his siblings that
I thought, well, don't they still contain? Like, again, why are we fucking with STEM shit?
We don't need to walk on eggshells here. Like, we don't mean any animosity, but they can have either both. They can have either the little person.
But like, if both of the parents have that trait, then that's the most dominant trait. Both of the other Pete's other siblings are like little people as well, and Pete's siblings' kids are that as well. But Pete,
you're down bad for Pete is what ultimately what we're trying to say.
Well, they all have like dark hair, right? But Pete is the only one.
So he's recessive as fuck.
Recessive as fuck.
Yeah.
As fuck.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like, so that's why I'm like, oh, that makes sense for that guy to like be ginger because he got all the recessive genes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I was like, damn, Ma, like you show is ginger, you know? And I don't know why that was like so obsessed with him. But now I'm looking back, I'm like, no, that dude's corny.
He is corny?
Very.
Why? Because he plays trombone with Bravo's parents.
In a boy band?
He's in a fucking boy band.
Like, yes, like everything you were about to say. Yes. I have my ginger goggles on.
And
then now I'm like, oh no, that I definitely would just be annoyed by him 100%.
By the trombone or by the singing in the boy bands?
Just by him because he cares about TikTok too much.
Oh yeah, that's a super annoying trait.
Yeah. I'm just like, fuck, like
TikTok creators. Like that's not a club I'd want to be in.
I didn't get it at first. I get it now, but for the people that care, like, so, I know like Adana Duru. Do you know who that is? Like, she's this TikToker right now. She has like 1 million followers or something. Adana Duru.
No,
but she's like the singer. She's like, white clubs be like.
Oh, and like the music that's going on?
Yeah.
I think I've actually, now that you say that, I think
like,
I've
but she like every video she makes just pretty much goes viral.
Yeah.
She's cool. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
And I know that she was like, okay, like she'll do TikTok because she like, you know, that's, you know, where she's getting, that's where she's getting her cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like for her, of course she has to take it seriously because it's basically like how she's getting like, that's her. That's how she creates her brand. That's how she really stays in control of her life and what people see. And it's like, that's cool. It's like having a reality show.
Yeah.
And that's cool. But sometimes when you care about it just like way too much but she's just genuine about it. That's what I should say. Like some people seem just like really not genuine.
Just trying to get in front of an audience.
What's up, TikTok?
Kind
of.
I love the what's up to TikTok?
Yeah.
I love the one where she like morbid facts. I love those ones because they'll just spout the same.
That the top 5 train wrecks in the northern U.S.
What accent is that?
I don't know.
That's
like Finnish, no?
Doing something.
I believe Finnish. Yeah.
Falk.
Well, we should probably wrap this up. We're at about an hour and almost 40 minutes.
Golly.
Oh, that's good.
This is about to be a record.
Oh, really? Oops.
Yeah. No, this is great.
Oh, okay.
Greg, I thought he went over too.
I don't think so. I think
Should we tell the Wiltern
ones.
story? I don't think it's much of a story. Do you want to? Was that the biggest show?
Sorry. I did it like right in the mic. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Sorry.
I just cracked me up. Do you think that's the biggest show you ever played?
Yeah, probably.
That show was tight.
That was a great show.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
That was super
fun. I have like a story about it because that one was kind of like so fucking stressful for me.
Really?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I'll let you.
So like, I asked my brother, like, yeah, like, oh, you know, can we open up for you? And he didn't give me a definitive answer, but he just said, like, yeah, sure, like, yeah, okay,
yeah, whatever,
yeah, basically that. And so I took that idea and I was like, guys,
we're fucking opening.
We're doing the fucking Wiltern.
Yeah.
And then so we prepared for it and shit like that. And then like 2 days ahead, I'm like, yeah, so the Wiltern, yeah. And he goes, well, you know, because we don't like, because he was on tour, and then for that tour he didn't have a band, so like the whole tour thing, like what they were traveling with, they weren't really prepared to have like a band. And they're like, you can't do this, like if you're gonna perform, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do this. And I go, yes, the fuck we can. Like, how can we figure that out?
They said that to you?
Yeah, they're like, oh, you can't have drums. And I go, it's only a 3-piece kit, like, yes, we can. And then they're like, oh, well, you can't do this, like, oh, it's gonna be hard, oh, you need to pay to get like the monitor situated, like, and then you need to do this and this for yourselves. And I go, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, you're gonna tell me this 2 days ahead of the time, like, you know? And then so like I hit up like Edwin and I'm like, well, they said I needed this, and like, can we get, you know, is it possible, like, can we get this done? And he goes like, yeah, man. Yeah. And I go, fuck yeah, okay.
Was Edwin he was gonna be like your front of house guy, but then the Wiltern covered it, right?
Yeah. It was the person that was touring with my brother Jolby. He ended up doing it. And, and then after that he like pretty much like fell in love with me. He was like, I'll do anything for you. And I go, and I'm like, you're drunk. He was. But yeah, no, it was like so stressful because it was like a lot of like last minute preparations, because my brother didn't tell them like, oh yeah, my sister's opening it. Like if he would have just said something in the beginning, no one would have argued against him. You know what I mean? But he just didn't like say anything.
Brothers.
So it's good you fucking muscled into it.
Yeah, I know. I did. I said no fucking way.
Motherfucker, you have a platform and I'm gonna fucking use it.
Yeah, no, I really warmed my way in there.
Yeah.
But never again will I ask him. That was like too much for me, and I'm fine with going on my disc. But also, he's like #1 on Billboard right now. He's kind of like out of reach.
But he's still your brother.
He's still your brother.
But he doesn't give a fuck. He's never like helped me out with like.
Well, yeah.
So
I get that.
Yeah, so I'm like, no. But the show ended up being okay. I found out that you guys were there.
You guys were fantastic.
And I was like, oh, we're okay. I was like, we're okay, guys.
That's nice. Was it nice to have like familiar faces in the crowd?
That's nice. Because
we're high, bro. I mean,
we were super high
because we worked there like all the time, and to like be there and like see a friend on the stage was like beautiful. I was so fucking excited.
Yeah, that was like one of the best shows we did. I think we were like more put together that day. We didn't expect what was happening, but it went okay.
Sometimes I think when shows go like a little hectic, and you're like, it's such a fucking
well, the set better be fucking good. You know, that's how I feel. Like if the set was shitty, I would have been like fucking pissed. But the set was okay.
No, it was great.
The crowd was cool. I heard that Ezra, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Koenig. I don't know.
I think it is Koenig.
Yeah, was in the crowd. When we were performing, and I was like, no fucking way.
That's sick.
So Vampire Weekend, so I was live
there too.
Yeah, man.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, man. That guy, he's a trip.
Yeah, too funny.
I remember one of the funniest things about your brother's set was that at one point, I don't remember the song, but he had the angels in the background with like the masks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think like your mom or something like muscled Carter in to to perform.
She did.
But Carter, like they didn't have an extra mask for Carter. So it's like all these people with these very elaborate, like beautiful kind of like face masks.
Yeah.
Carter's wearing like this like 99-cent store like masquerade mask.
That is true.
Singing in the fucking crowd. I'm like, it's dope.
And then like his eyes are like here, but the mask is like right here.
Yeah, like super thin.
Yeah.
And he's like, Oh no!
Well, now it's finally dead. Yeah,
that's okay. So people on YouTube, the camera's dead, but this has been a fucking fun episode.
This has been a really good episode. I love this. Yeah, I've learned a lot about you in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Well, wait. I was supposed to say something.
Any closing thoughts? Anything you want to wrap up with?
Closing arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Yeah, man.
The world's ending.
The world is definitely ending.
If I go to war, you can draft me first, but you're not gonna have me for a long time. So
that's not true. We're not letting Asia go to war. So if anyone from the military is listening to this, she's not.
I'll fuck it up. That would be my best performance. On those fucking mines.
Yeah.
And that mine. Sorry. I know, that's morbid.
No. I like where your head's at. Anyway, Asiatica.
I was like, is this guy serious?
Asiatica. On what's your Instagram handle?
By Asiatica. By _Asiatica.
Asiatica. Yeah. Asiatica on Spotify. How do you spell it?
ASIATICA.
Asia.
Go.
Tika.
Go stream her music. Watch the Sundial sessions that's coming out.
Go check out the Chad's home too.
The Chat Homes
session is really good.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.